Alright guys, what is going on? Fly here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the S25 Sunderland, aka the Flying Hotel. So this came out on the dev blog yesterday, but I was waiting to make a video on it because I was waiting for exclusive footage for you guys. So a big shout out to War Thunder for taking the time to get this footage ready while y'all are super busy on this new patch. I think everyone really appreciates this, and I appreciate this. Thank you guys so much. So how this video is going to work is that I'm going to be introducing the Sunderland, talking about the history, the specifications, and then how it will be used in War Thunder and what kind of custom battles we can come up with. And then I will be showcasing the exclusive footage. If you guys do not want to hear me talk at all, here is an annotation to take you exclusively to the exclusive footage. All right, so without further ado, let's get this party started. Okay, so a little introduction to the Sunderland. This plane had 4 engines, 8 crews, sleeping quarters for relief crew, 3 turrets, bombs, and even spare propeller blades on board. And the dev blog says all this easily fits on board the British S25 Sunderland flying boat. This plane was based on a civilian mail and passenger aircraft. The British S-25 Sunderland became one of the most famous flying boats of the Second World War. The seaplane was developed to meet the needs of the Coastal Command of Britain's Air Force as a long-range scout and submarine hunter. But over its years of service, the Sunderland also worked as a transport plane, a warrior, and even a VIP transport because of the royal family of Greece was evacuated in one. So a pretty long job list that the Sunderland has from the dev blog.
But wait, there's more!
Because of its gigantic size and capacity, the British pilots dubbed the plane the Flying Hotel. Apart from its 7 to 10 crew members, the Sunderland could comfortably house a relief crew in sleeping quarters, fixed frontal and turret machine guns with large ammunition complement, and up to 2,000 pounds of bombing equipment, roughly around 907 kilograms. Also, there was room on the Sunderland for radio equipment and even spare blades for the propeller. And they had enough space left in the Sunderland that this is an historical fact that this aircraft evacuated 82 people, not even counting its crew members, in a single flight. Definitely showcases how much space and capacity that this plane has to offer. So when this plane is added in 1.57, we will be receiving the Sunderland Mark III variant. So that's the only one we're going to be getting. And just to go over some specifications from Wikipedia, we have a maximum speed at 210 miles an hour, 336 kilometers an hour. Cruising speed 178, range, really don't fly this far, but pretty amazing for a plane back then. 1,780 miles, service ceiling 16,000 feet, which is about 5,000 or 4,800 meters. So you really don't climb too much with this plane if you get my drift. Rate of climb. You get 720 feet a minute or 3.67 meters a second, which is pretty darn slow. In arcade, maybe. In realistic battle, I think this is just one of those planes that you have fun with a squad. And that's pretty much it. Onto the, well, that was for the performance. Onto the armament. We have 6. This is where it gets really, really cool, and why it's going to make an amazing custom battle plane. Now, in the dev blog, it says that this thing had 3 turrets. Just bear with me. It said they have 3 turrets. But the guns, how many guns are on board? There's 16 30 cals. Okay, so we have 3 turrets. And if you look on these dev blog pictures, we have 4 nose-mounted 30 cals. So maybe they all add up. But the cool thing about this is that we have defensive and offensive armament with the flying boat, which in all the flying boats in game we have not had. So remember when, you know, some players are really good at this, I've seen it done before and it's actually quite amazing and amusing, is when you're done with all your bombs, you want to get some maybe AA kills and, you know, keep building up your RP and lions for the game. So the player will drop its bomb, they won't have any more, then they'll just fly past it at low altitude and then use its back gunners. But that strategy seems to be less effective than just having 4 offensive nose-mounted 30 cals, which will make this boat really fun, because what I'm trying to get at is that after you're done dropping all your bombs, you don't have to fly back to base to rearm to get more RP and lions. You can kill artillery and all that junk and have some more fun. Okay, now that's with the guns. It says on Wikipedia that we do have 2 50 cals, so wherever those 50 cals are, those are going to be a hurt, because this will be a low tier plane, and we know the Beaufort. Yeah, that thing wrecks. I think it has 150 cal, and please tell me the 50 cal's on top, because this plane is going to be awesome. So now on to the bomb load and the bombing system of the Sunderland. It's quite weird. On the dev blog, they say that the Short Brothers company, the company that designed the Sunderland, wanted to avoid running a hermetic seal on the underside, I guess, of the Sunderland's wing. I looked this word up, and I think it means airtight. So what that means to me is that a bomb bay door, right? The bomb bay door has to be airtight, because why wouldn't they just put big hard points on this plane for bombs? But maybe that would create too much drag for this big flying boat. So instead of what I take as bomb bay doors in the wings or hard points, the Short Brothers company designed an electronic mechanism that would put the bombs on rails and extend them out enough to clear the fuselage, and they would be able to drop the bombs. Now, just to bring to light how little this bomb load is, it's only 2,000 pounds of bombs, but as we can see, I believe we're going to be having 4 bombs on each side that will drop. When you press the space bar, you'll drop 2 bombs, then 2 bombs, then 2 bombs, then 2 bombs. So you'll have 4 attempts to kill ground targets. So if you're skilled enough, you'll be able to kill 4 or 5, maybe 6. So it does give you some wiggle room for getting the bombs on target. Now, one more thing before I show you the exclusive gameplay. On the dev blog, I'm not aware of this, but they mentioned this. They say, for the Sunderland, like the other flying boats and seaplanes in the game, our artists recreated the transmissive landing gear which allowed the aircraft to land on terra firma, which is land, pretty much. So this kind of got me thinking of what they meant in this short little sentence. They say transmissive landing gear which allow the aircraft to land on land. But how would we get landing gear on the plane? Because in game right now, the other flying boats that don't have gear in the hangar, their transmissive gear, or whatever you want to call it, shows up in the hangar, but you really can't put that on in game. But from the sentence, not that. Our artists recreated the transmissive landing gear which allowed the aircraft to land on land. I might be overthinking about this, but I've never been able to land on land with the H6K4 with its transmissive gear at all. I've always landed with the belly, I've never landed with gear. So I don't know what they're trying to get at, but can we put the gear on in the water and roll up onto the airfield's beach and that kind of stuff? Or can we choose to keep our gear and take off on the runway and be able to keep that gear to potentially capture other air bases or emergency land in certain locations if there isn't water on the map and that kind of stuff? Because I don't know about you guys, but I've never taken off on the runway in the H6K4, but I haven't played that plane in a while, so it'd be cool to see how this gear system works. I can just imagine myself landing on Peleliu, attaching the gear and then rolling up onto the shore, but granted it is sand, so I might get stuck. But it is a video game, so some cool stuff has to happen, for us to have fun. So we'll see what happens. Guys, I want to say thank you for watching this segment of the video. Next up is the exclusive footage. It's about 3 to 4 minutes. But guys, do me a favor, have a great day, and until next time, peace out.